And so like you started like coming up. When did the music start to come along? Like when did that become a part of, your story?
I was probably started rapping like my sophomore year of high school. Uh, I was in this program called Upward Bound. That's when they take different kids from Indianapolis, Kokomo, Bloomington, the surrounding Indianapolis areas, Louisville. We went to Bloomington, Indiana for a college course. We stayed there the whole summer. This guy named Mitch, he was pretty skilled at rapping. He had his own little studio set up and everything in high school. He brought it down to the program. And as kids, you hear somebody else rapping, you get to freestyling and playing around and shit.
Right.
And he was like, Tone, man, you sure? He didn't call me Tone. He probably called me Antonio. He asked me to write a rap. And from there,
So that was like, okay.
that was the birth of me starting to rap. And that was going into my sophomore year of high school.
Okay. And so you went to North Central High School.
North Central, class of 2006, out the gate.
Talk a little bit about that, because like as you're coming up as a rapper and starting to get into the music, like North Central had all type of different talented folks in your class around your
Shout
area.
out to North Central. Nappyville came from North Central. And they were like right before me. So when I'm in high school, I'm hearing Big Dave on the radio. I'm hearing Trilogy on the radio. I'm hearing Nappyville on the radio. That I'm a rock. Hold on. Oh, fool, you riding big rims on your old school.
Oh yeah,
Super Clean.
Super Clean.
Yeah, that was like my senior year. I mean, it was all over the radio. Even if you didn't like the song, you knew about how hard they played it so much in the Mickey Ficky mixes. So yeah, North Central, Eric Gordon came out. That was the era where we went to all the football games, all the basketball games. So I mean, we knew Eric was gonna be a pro in middle school when he the only person I ever seen come from middle school, get out of middle school early, get to go play basketball with the high school kids. I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
So it was just a great era. It was a lot of great talented artists and sports players from North Central around that time.
So, okay, you seeing Nappyville on the radio, you seeing like, they were in school when their song was on the radio? They were in, like, actually
No,
in
they
the
were
halls?
older than me. They just had got out of school.
Okay, so they just had got, okay.
Yeah, Sam, Rockstar, he's like 3 years older than me, and True is 2. So True was 04, Rock was 03. It was my senior year, so they might have been out of school for a couple of years.
Gotcha.
And they clowning.
He said, and they clowning.
They're clowning, bro. They're all over at every party because they had to take them off as well. So, and to take them off might have been a little bigger than that record. So it's like they just had big records.
And they had Boosie on Super Clean.
It was big turn.
And this is back when Boosie was like Naptown's newfound hero at the time, I believe.
Growing into that because he still is. So it's like,
right.
Yeah, I think he was growing into that title for sure.
Okay, so you make your first song, you start, you're in Upward Bound, the program. You graduated high school?
I did.
What was like your next steps as like after you graduated high school, now you're out into the real world? Like what did things kind of look like?
I was just happy to graduate. I was one of them kids who kind of played around so much in school that I was like, damn, I gotta graduate. Not only for myself, but for my mom. My mom invested a lot into me and my brother, so the least I could do is graduate. So I got my shit together, 3.0 or better my whole senior year, graduated, and I found myself just there like, damn, what's next? Some of my friends was working, some going off to college. I knew I wanted to rap, so I worked and I pursued music.
Yeah. Directly
out of high school. I'm sneaking to get in Ugly Monkey. I'm performing at talent shows. I'm getting it started as Young Tone.
So kind of talk about that era. Let's start with Young Tone. like Young Tone the Money Man, actually, as I knew him, Young Tone the Money Man, like what were the like you said, you started doing talent shows and all those types of different things. What was like that moment in your head where you were like, this is gonna work and this is what I'm gonna do moving forward, like period, like as Young Tone? What was kind of that moment?